Oh my God.
That's my life all day. Like, I've never heard him say, oh my God, normal like that before.
That's so good.
Yeah, we watched Anora, and I watched it with my Anoya.
And I ignored him.
You've never scissored?
Scissored? What are you talking about? Hi, guys. Welcome to Anniewood episode 123. 1, 2, 3. Right, baby. Oh, how exciting. Thank you for being here. We have a great, fun show where we talk about a bunch of random stuff, and it's really fun. I'm going to tell you about a really fun trip I went on, and yeah, it's really cute. We talk about a riddle. We even give you some riddles. You got to guess some things in the comments. You can watch the extended, uncensored version on Patreon at patreon.com/Annie Lederman and some other extras and fun stuff there. Join the party. I'm filming my special April 4th through 6th in La Jolla, and I'm going to run my hour at the Comedy Store on the 22nd. That is a Saturday. I'm running it at the Comedy Store in the belly room. It's not a lot of seats. We just need to fill it up a little bit. I just want to run my hour. I'm going to have some friends look at it, give me notes and stuff before I do my special. If you are going to come to the special, though, don't come to that show. You know what I mean? I'd rather you come watch me film it than come to the Comedy Store. But if you aren't going to make it to La Jolla, come see me run my hour at the Comedy Store on the 22nd. And then I'm going to do a one-nighter in Bakersfield. I love Bakersfield. I might be the only person that loves Bakersfield, but I'm doing Saunders Live again, March 24th. It's an awesome place. The staff's incredible. The food's awesome. And it's really fun to perform there. And I F with Bakersfield. So come to that one. I'm also doing a one-nighter in Philadelphia, my hometown. Those tickets are flying. So grab them before they're out. That's March 27th. It's going to be so fun. And you can meet my family. March 28th through 29th, I'm back in Toronto at the Comedy Bar. I will not cancel. I had to cancel it like 30 times. This is the final chapter. I will be there and it's going to be so fun. I love Toronto. And then April 4th through 6th, I'm in La Jolla doing the special. And then at the end of the month, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. And then in May, I'm going to be in Florida and Tampa and Naples. All shows are being added constantly. So go to annielederman.com/shows. And I can't wait to see you.
Welcome to Anniewood.
Oh, he's got Uncle Paulie's on. Guys, welcome to Anniewood. We got the Unky Paulie's edition. How you doing?
Oh, sorry, I gotta sit like this.
Todd, okay, so say goodbye. Enjoy the rest of this Anniewood scene because we are moving. We'll explain why Todd's like this. Todd, you look like Richard Dreyfuss. This is funny. We should just point it down at you for the whole episode.
Oh,
so
God.
we're beginning the moving process. We have like a couple weeks. I'm going to be out of town for a while. The building's like, we want to come in and see what we need to fix. So we're like, oh, we don't want them to be like marking up what they're going to charge us for. So we're like, we better start cleaning soon.
Cleaning the house.
And packing. And so Todd started packing and within 10 seconds, he hurt his back. Now, if this were me, I would be milking it a little bit. I would never want to hurt my back. Back pain is really bad. My shoulder was hurting me for about 6 months. But I would milk this in a way where I'd be like, I don't have to do this. But I'm not in a relationship where I have to do that. I can just tell you I'm not going to do most of the work. But I will tell you, you better heal up that back because I will not be picking up the slack from your sore back.
No, I think it's just muscular. I don't think I pinched like a nerve.
But your ball
hurt
hurts
my
too.
thing.
Why does your ball
hurt?
hurt?
Yeah, my ball hurt a little bit.
And he did have a hernia when he was a kid and he doesn't have health insurance. So guys, pray for Todd. Thoughts and prayers, guys. Thoughts and prayers. Well, I'm not paying for health insurance.
Yeah, no, I think it was just pull the muscle. It was just, we have a box that I thought was just a regular box. I was going to throw into another box.
Is that what happened?
What?
You didn't know what the box was?
Yeah, I just thought it was
What's
a regular
in the box?
box.
Wait, guys. Pause. I want you to get ready to pause. I want you to write below. We just did a riddle. So I want to give you guys a riddle. There's a box in our house. You know who we are. Okay, you know the type of people we are. We're impulse buyers. There's a box that looks like it's not heavy that Todd picked up that's super heavy and he hurt his back. I want you to write, think about our backgrounds, think about different things that our interests, our hobbies, okay? I want you to write below, pause and write below what you think was in the box that Todd grabbed and broke his back. Hey, Todd's a strong guy, so it's heavy. All right.
Okay, ready?
And it was
It was
clay
a box
we never used.
of moist clay. It says on the
Clay
box.
we never used.
It's like 50 pounds of moist clay.
When we go into a new hobby, we go in hard. We get as much as we can get, and then we use it as little as we can.
So I just picked it up like it was like another box. So my back was all bent, bad posture.
We got this about 2 years ago, this box, and it's still moist. Is it still moist?
It's still moist.
It would be dry. If it dried, it would be lighter, correct?
Yeah, probably.
See, I solved a riddle today. Now I think I'm a fucking genius. I solved a riddle. Now
the Einstein riddle.
Genius.
It was the Einstein riddle.
The minute they said it's going to be like Sudoku, we just watched a YouTube thing because I was playing my slot machine game, so my brain was not well. And Todd's like, let's do something that I've given Todd slot machine privileges where he can tell me when I'm allowed to play them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ignore him a little bit. But we had fun doing, we decided to do the riddle to kickstart our brains, and it was really fun. And they said it's going to be like Sudoku. And
it was the Einstein riddle.
The Einstein riddle that at the end they said, we don't think Einstein did this because none of the flavors of the cigars existed. So we just got duped. Maybe the true solving of the riddle is to find out who wrote this goddamn riddle. I was thinking, like, what's Einstein doing that he's just like, I keep calling him Einstein.
Harvey Einstein?
No. He's not Harvey. He's Eric. What's his name?
Weinstein?
Who's the one that who's the mathematician guy with
Eric Weinstein.
Eric, yeah. He's related to Eric Weinstein.
Is it Weinstein or Weinstein?
Who cares?
Yeah, I think it's Weinstein. That we
met at Magic Castle. One time, and he said that there's no worth for women after menopause. he made me solve that riddle. I just went, what about, and other than motherhood, he said. And I said, well, what about art, science, writing?
And what'd he say?
And he said, oh, interesting point. I'll go ask a guy if that's a good answer. Or Whitney, who's both.
Ask one of these people.
Whitney, who's both guy and girl.
I didn't buy into any of his nonsense he was saying.
I do like when people say something so crazy that I can just very easily poke holes in.
I just don't buy into those intellectual
But do you think that he says
bullshits.
things like that so I come poke holes in him and that's the closest he'll get to poking
No,
holes in me? Let me finish! It was a joke. It was a joke.
What was it?
Did he say things that I have to poke holes in because that's the closest he's going to get to poking holes in me?
Oh.
With his penis. Oh my God. Guys, I'm moving into a 1-bedroom.
I can't
What
do
if
that.
Todd hurt his back because he was arching his back while he was picking it up?
I know.
He was
I
like
should
scooching
sit up
his butt.
straight now.
Well, how did you pick it up?
Oh, I just had a bent, just the worst posture.
You didn't use your legs.
I didn't use my legs at all. I
had to
it up
move
fast.
it. I had to move it. It was just on the couch. He dropped it. He hurt himself and dropped it on the couch. So I had to pick it up.
Oh. She almost hurt herself.
Rosie the
what?
Rosie the Riveter.
The what?
You don't know who Rosie the Riveter is?
No.
Oh my God. Will you pull up Rosie the Riveter? You don't like women. I'm really like, I don't want to be the girl that's like, guys don't like women. But Todd said a couple things recently where I go,
Hold on, do widescreen.
You don't know this bitch? You don't know this bitch?
Oh, this dumb bitch.
See what I'm saying?
She's an idiot.
Definitely a lesbian, by the way. Definitely a lesbian. They put Kamala in there.
You should do a promo like
of the Rosie the Riveter. I feel like every
too many people.
The only way that'd be funny is if like a guy did it.
Oh, you're right. I didn't have my mic.
We'll pump it up.
Display capture still on.
So Todd was saying that women don't, he was saying that Bill Burr's premise was that women don't drop dead, and I was like, they do.
That's his special. That's what the whole special is
about. But you agreed
about.
with it.
Well, I just agreed because that's what I heard from a Louis special.
And then what did you say? You said that women
men die of heart failure more than women.
And it's not true. Men have more heart attacks, but women die from heart attacks.
Because you're weak.
No, and by the way, women know this because we think of everyone, right? We think of men, we think of women. Guys only think of like guys, and would that happen to me? You don't even consider us. You don't even consider it. Women are dropping dead left and right. My mom's called me, but a new dead friend every day.
Oh my God! Don't tell me.
Their children are in a bowl of their children walk down. Their mom's in a bowl of cereal. Do you know how many of those stories I'm getting from my mom?
Don't tell me this.
I'm getting
I didn't
stories
make my
left
comedy
and right.
specialist.
You know what? My dad's friends die of old age. My dad's like, oh, one of my 90-year-old friends passed away. My mom's like, my 42-year-old friend died. Listen, it's tough out there for a hoe.
I didn't. I listen. My special wasn't.
No, but I'm not even. Listen, and I would never argue this with Milberg.
Call him up right now. Call him up right now.
Oh my God, he's doing Glenn Ross. I'm like, get off the stage. I got a question for you. I want to see him. Has anyone seen him in that play right below? It wasn't on while I was there. But here was my move. I was going to go see it, buy the ticket myself, throw it on a credit card, get a new credit card, get the ticket, see it, then text him later that I was there. That's the move, okay? You don't want to hit your friends up for free tickets, guys. This is, by the way, I'm not telling you what to do if any of my friends are watching. You don't ask for free tickets. You show up after the show. You come to the meet and greet. I go, oh my God. Then I don't have to worry about your bullshit parking. I don't have to be nervous about if you'd seen me recently, if I'm doing the same jokes or like, I'm not thinking about you. I will say though, when I was in New York and I did one of my shows at the Stand, my friend Elliot asked for tickets. This motherfucker sat front row center. I was like, Elliot, what the fuck? I was like, guys, usually like I'll address maybe a friend in the audience later on the show, but he's right here. I mean, Elliot ended up with his own microphone. Elliot was a part of the whole show.
Oh my God.
So sometimes it works out. But isn't that like such a G move to just like text for like the next day and be like, you were amazing. You were incredible. What if I give him notes? A little stiff.
Just lighten up there. You know, I could tell you were a little nervous.
Have fun up there. Oh my God. If I would like to, that's actually a goal of the year. I want to find something that Burr needs my advice on.
Goal of the year?
There are these people that I just need their advice. I open for Louis. I'm always like so starved for Louis' attention. It's like, I want them to be starved for mine. Okay.
Oh,
I think he likes my attention a little bit. But it's not attention. I want their approval. I got Papa approval, except my dad gives me so much approval. Maybe that's why I'm seeking it in everyone. I want the same amount of approval my father gives me.
So it doesn't matter if your dad gives you any approval or no approval at all?
Oh, I get such, but I think the sweetest parts of my life are my dad just thinking I'm the funniest person alive. Just cackling. I used to read my dad my tweets and he would just be laughing and laughing and laughing. Back in the days when I tweeted.
Oh.
And then my mom, like my mom, you tell her something, it's like nothing. She goes, what?
Hurts.
It sucks because he is complaining a lot and Todd does not complain. So that's how we know it's really hurt. Todd is not a complainer.
I think it's just a muscle. I think I'm okay.
But when your penis hurts too.
It's like my groin.
That's hernia.
Well, maybe I got a hernia. Guys, write in the comments if you think I got a hernia.
Guys, write in the comments if you would donate to our fund to pay for Todd's hernia because Mama's strapped. Mama is about to knock her teeth out and start giving blowjobs on the side of the street. Mama is ready.
Listen, how long can you live with a hernia? Ask ChatGPT.
My phone's dying. Let's see. By the way, ChatGPT, these scumbags, I didn't realize I had it on deep research. They were like, you only have 5 deep research searches left.
What the hell does that mean?
I pay you $20 a month. They go, but you can do Pro. I didn't know I was just on Plus. Pro is $200 a month. Excuse me, ChatGPT. That's fucking rude. That means only extremely wealthy people get deep research. They get an advantage.
What is deep research?
They just go in, they search, they show you that they've searched like 500 websites.
What is it doing without deep research?
That's what I'm saying. I'm pissed. I'm giving you fucking $19.99 a month.
It's searching 10 websites.
I'm moving to a smaller apartment so I can afford my goddamn ChatGPT Plus.
I got some stuff on hernias if you want.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can live with a hernia, sometimes for years, but it's generally recommended to get it repaired as hernias don't resolve on their own and can lead to complications if they're left untreated.
Your penis.
Oh my God.
What if your ball goes on the front? One of your balls goes on the front. What if it's like this? Like one ball goes on front and then your penis is sandwiched in between.
I mean, that would be pretty cool, actually.
You think? It would look kind of like a fupa on top of your...
Or a
chest.
nose.
A nose on a nose. And then there's a tiny nose underneath the nose.
Why a tiny nose?
Do you guys remember penis puppets? The penis puppeteers?
From Jackass, I remember the Jackass skit.
Penis puppeteers were these guys that did a whole a show, like a play, where they would make their penises different things.
As puppets?
Yeah, they'd make like a watch, they'd make like a hamburger, and they would just mess around with their penises. I'm thinking about penises so much, they're all over the television.
What do you mean a hamburger?
They would make it into a hamburger, penis puppets. I wish my freaking phone wasn't dying because Michael is.
Well, she was.
Did not take his Adderall. We gotta have you snort around.
I looked it up, but it just didn't seem too simple to show Todd.
Penis puppet.
They're in Vegas right now. It's trying to get me to buy tickets to a show.
How much does it cost?
Do you want me to
$69.
Puppetry of the penis, showtimes and reviews. Let's see. I can't get to a price yet, but I'm. Ooh. Hey, 39.
It should be 69.
That's cheap.
But isn't it like yeah, they make the hamburger like this. This is just an animation. Actually, it's just a black and white picture.
Ew, that's the hamburger?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We might have to blur it. Wait, this is an animation here. Look at them, yeah. They're just these naked guys. Ew. These are the guys.
They definitely.
It's like Ian Fidance.
I just feel like they've got to be, their penises have to be like, enough is enough. Enough is enough. You've been stretching us and pulling us and tweaking us, folding us, making origami out of your damn penises. I must know them from, but I've seen them. It must have been Real Sex did something on them. They've been around for years. They're like the Blue Men.
Why was that picture look so old?
They're like the Blue Men. I know, it looked like it was like the 1920s. It looked like it was a portrait they drew. Looked like one of those death portraits. I kind of wish they did that still. Or when you die, they just draw a picture of you.
Why?
There was something sweet and spooky about it. That's how you haunt a house, if they draw a picture of your dead body and put it up. You live in that picture.
Pictures of them?
What?
Do they do pictures like now?
I don't know. Sometimes they do pictures. I know when people lose their baby.
Should we look up dead baby pictures
on
the casket?
Oh, there's some things. There's like this one, what's it called? Ewa?
Ewu?
Ewu. There's one Ewu we can't watch. There's one Ewu we skip over, guys. There's certain
What's an Ewu?
Explore with Us?
Explore with Us is like a murder. It's like, if you want to just get to the murder, like if you're like, I don't want all this fluff. Like sometimes I need the Dateline fluff when I'm watching murder, and I'm in full relapse right now. I'm seeking it out. I'm like, but you know when you want that's what I like Dateline about. They're like, oh, they make it cute. They're like, oh, it was a dark night on a snowy evening, and you're like, ooh, it was Keith Morrison. Tell me more.
It's like the Gonzo of murder.
Here, look at it. Yeah, look it up.
But then, so
go on YouTube.
But Ewu is like, we got the shit.
Do Explore with Us.
Like First 48 is like, I would say like a mix of both, right? Because First 48 shows you a lot of the footage. It shows you the bodies.
This is like just more raw.
This is raw. Oh my God, I like this big boob girl. What's that one?
I know that's a new one we got to watch.
Oh.
Click the channel, see it says Explore with Us.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if...
I was talking to Big J about it. He's like, I get so mad that they don't make more. I go, I'm about to watch the Espanol. They have like an Espanol channel. I'm like, I'm about to learn Spanish.
All right, let's go through some of these.
Okay, so I want you to pick the one. I want you to pick the one that I skipped. Okay, this is a game.
So
just read the last.
Cops unlock predator's phone, find horrifying victims of missing girl. You know we love a missing girl. That's not it.
Woman's soup pot. Cops make horrific discovery in woman's soup pot. I mean, that's really involving quite a few things. I'm interested.
That's tonight's horror movie. Women realize her husband is a cheater. We love that. We watch that. Now, let's just say it's on this one. Which one of these do you think we didn't watch yet? What do you think, Mike? Out of these three?
Oh, out of these three.
Yeah.
Which one do you think we skipped?
Could it be man secretly records moments leading up to killing?
I think you guys would only watch that one.
Or could it be mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession?
We like that.
12 is kind of old enough. How about grandma snaps and shoots baby in the head? That's where I draw the line.
Oh, you guys didn't watch that?
I went, I can't. There's just nothing in me that can allow me to do this.
Oh, damn,
and the
dude.
thumbnail is just a grandma like slapping a cup. Is that what that is? I actually think I saw that one, actually, now that I think about it.
They
Baby
tricked you
blood
with another.
it's white until you're 6 years old. Your blood is white.
Now that I'm looking at the grandma and her hair is all crazy, I do remember it.
I mean, that is, I go, I'm out.
Grandma.
And for this reason, I'm out.
Wow.
I don't want that. There was one that I got tricked into seeing where the baby was.
I like this one.
Which one?
Yo, dad is your boyfriend. Dad realizes cops discovered his horrifying secret.
Oh,
and let me tell you, it's horrifying.
This is a good channel. People know this as EWU, EWU.
Yeah, that's what they go by, EWU.
Dude,
What's up,
that's
EWU,
like, I went to Eastern Washington University, so to me, that totally means college.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But look how many views this shit gets.
You know what? There was a Dateline about that woman. You don't remember this because it was in 1994, and you probably don't remember this because it was 1994, but I remember it. There was this woman, Susan something, who her kids went missing, and she said, my minivan was carjacked by a black guy. And they go, what's the black guy look like? And she's like, black? I don't know. And like, she gives them this whole fake description and everything. And then she eventually is like, no, actually, I just put a cinder block on the gas pedal and she just sent her kids in her minivan into a lake.
That's the worst one you could think of?
No, that was just like a thing that was happening when I was a kid.
Oh,
I was 11 and we were like, what the hell's going on? And I was very interested in the like spooky stuff. Like they were having press conferences all the time. The woman was crying. The husband was great. The husband was like really good. And the kids were really cute. Like I remember what they looked like and everything. But also I got really obsessed with Amy Fisher. Do you know who Amy Fisher is?
No.
Amy Fisher was the mistress of this guy. I think it was in Long Island or something like that. You can look it up if you want. If you kids wanted to. My phone's just dying, so I can't look it up. But Amy Fisher, she ended up shooting
that?
Yeah.
Professional.
Now she's a porn star, yeah.
Now she is?
When she was 17, she shot the woman that was married to her, the guy that she was. Way. But she lived. The woman lived.
They're both alive.
Yeah. But I got obsessed with her because she was kind of like pretty. She was like a trashy pretty girl. I used to draw her, and I would draw Amy Fisher. All the time.
My!
Isn't that crazy? God. And Lorena Bobbitt happened. There were a lot of like femme fatales. And I watched the TV movie about it.
Is Bobbitt the one that
she cut his dick off? And then she threw it in the field. And B101, or it might have been Q102, did a game where if you could find the hot dog, they throw a hot dog in a field. And if you could find the hot dog, you would either win money or tickets to something.
Yeah, people didn't take that one very seriously.
I mean, this guy probably had to be like, he ended up being a porn star too.
Yeah, he did end up, yeah.
I kind of like that people are like, I've been like shamed in this way.
Or is it should tell you something about trauma?
Trauma's like, let me just get it out there.
Yeah, it's something like 80, it's like 94% of adult film stars say they were when they were young.
We're going to be bleeping this entire episode.
I'm thinking like early 2000s. The big one was those snipers on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah. It was guys, Washington, D.C., right?
Yeah, they were in D.C. They were in the trunks.
Which is crazy because D.C.'s kind of like just such a laced up. Like D.C., like I love performing in D.C. These people are smart. They all went to college. Like people in D.C. are like, they kind of have it together, you know? They're like, their shirts are pressed. So there's someone just driving around in the trunk of a car, taking people
out. Pretty ghetto out there, too.
Not on my shows.
I just remember like during Halloween, my parents were like, be careful of those snipers out there. They like didn't want us to go out.
Really?
They thought the snipers
Oh my God, what if they got you? We'd never be together.
But that was in DC, but that's how wide the range when something like that happens. Like,
what movie did we see where people were just taken out? Cheyenne Woodley movie where people were just getting pop on New Year's.
Oh yeah,
there was some Cheyenne Woodley.
Yeah, there was like a sniper in the thing.
That is scary. Just like a random where it doesn't even come. You don't even know where it's coming from. You're just like, boop.
You guys remember the anthrax scare?
Of Hassan Minaj?
Yeah.
Of Hassan Minaj? Just kidding. Love you, Hassan. Hassan, I love you. I'm sorry. I had to.
No, yeah, anthrax was huge when I was a kid.
Do you know what I realized I've been getting in trouble with people? I have just such word association. So I just associate things so fast with things that it's hard for me to unassociate. Like Jeremiah told me he's been getting mad at me because I always bring up that he doesn't use curse words. He's like, yeah, you always bring that up. I was like, does it annoy you? He goes, yeah. And I was like, do you want to curse at me? Does it make you want to call me a bitch? But it is hard. Like I just like, I get like the way my brain works is I just like link things.
I know.
It would be crazy to stop cursing. I've been cursing since the second I learned about curse words.
Mm-hmm.
My dad used to let us curse on roller coasters, but we didn't know how to use the word right. So we'd just be these little kids on. You just go to
This
Todd.
is just how I'm sitting now, guys.
Do we have the penis pillow, or did Robbie make us get rid of it?
This is how I have to sit.
Robbie made us get rid of the penis pillow. Robbie ruined our life. I just want to say something. Robbie's having a moment right now, and I want you to know she siphoned our moment.
Where is the penis pillow?
She made us throw it out. We don't have it anymore.
I told you too while it was happening. I was like, wait, we need to think about what we're throwing out here.
Honestly, everything left is trash, and everything that I threw out is like cute things that I liked and curated.
I was saying, let's think about it.
He was saying a lot of mean things that rhyme with bike.
Oh my God.
No, she's having her moment, but she couldn't have had that moment if she didn't step all over our moment.
Oh my God.
And I'm pissed.
Oh my God.
All right, so we'd be on roller coasters and we'd be like, shit, you know?
Were you the house where you could swear there?
What?
Like if your friends were, like you didn't swear in front of your parents at home though?
Well, I remember the exact moment I sat up in my bed. My mom called me a bitch or something, and I sat up and I went, I can call her bitch back, and it was over.
Yeah.
I was like 12 or 13. I was like, oh, it's over. I go, what's she gonna do? I realized there was no real like punishment that would affect me. Like, I'm not gonna die. They're not gonna kick me out of the house. And I was like, and she's calling me a bitch, so I know I can call her a bitch back. I was like, you're a bitch. And she's like, oh.
I've never done that. Never hit the B.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if she hadn't called me a bitch, I wouldn't have called her a bitch.
My mom and I exchanged really, really heavy yous once, but I didn't call her a bitch though. I'd be afraid to tell her to shut up. That was like, there were certain things that were like, they were too much.
Well, because you're anticipating a reaction. You're like, am I going to get something thrown at me?
Yeah. Because you're like, maybe my dad wouldn't, but my mom would come whoop my ass, I figured. Hit me with a sandal or something.
Yeah, my mom was like pretty good at my parents didn't, like my dad never hit us at all, but we definitely would get scared to the point where we like ran upstairs afraid he was gone because he would scream at us so bad. And then my mom every once in a while just like lost her mind. But we watched it happening. And then you'd cry a lot. You'd act like it hurt more than it did.
Yeah. Todd, do you have girlfriend voice? Like, do you have like, you're hanging out with your friends like, oh yeah, whatever. And you answer your phone. You're like, hey baby, what's going on? You know, guys that do that.
No.
He does baby voice in front of everyone. It's humiliating.
I do it alone with my girlfriend for sure.
Me and my friends are online playing Xbox and we just are doing baby voice to each other.
Well, he has a friend, baby Chris. And when Todd told me he had a friend, baby Chris, I go, you guys are being really mean to this guy. Then I met him. I'm like, this is the babiest guy I've ever met. It's crazy. He sent us a Christmas picture with him and his wife and they have pet bunnies. I was like, how do you have the babiest pet? A bunny? It's like for babies.
And we have lizards and turtles.
And it's still less. Well, turtle's a baby pet. Turtle's a baby pet.
Turtle's a baby pet.
And then we have a goal. We named our lizard a baby voice name. Todd's back is hurt, okay? So I'm not going to be able to service him the way I could before. But we have some replacements that he can man. He can man them himself. He has control over them. I'm wild. We don't know what I would do. I could hurt his back even more. So that's why I have to give it away to Autoblow. He can use VR.
Oh, I can't wait to use my VR headset with this thing.
He can use VR. It syncs to his videos. He can work smarter, not harder, with the Autoblow Ultra. It's the world's best-selling beach machine for obvious reasons. Connected up to a free library of dirty movies.
Ooh, I like those stanky movies.
Naughty films. Whatever's happening in the scene, it'll just feel like it's happening to you. I like to stand over him though while he does it.
The hand goes up, the thing goes up. The hand goes down, the thing goes down. That's the future.
And I just go like this by it. So I feel involved. I get left out. If you're looking for a good time, add the nuts nibbler to your cart too.
What?
Ooh, that's what we call Randy, the nut nibbler.
Audible's got to send me some of these nut nibblers. I tell you what.
The vibrating silicone patch will add a whole new level to your experience.
Oh my God.
Head to Autoblow.com and use code Annie15 to get 15% off your purchase. That's Autoblow.com, code Annie15 for 15% off.
I think I know where I'm going to get that nut nibbler. So what did you do this past week? Did you go anywhere fun? Anything exciting happen?
Oh, I might have. It's a secret. Just kidding. I opened for Louis on Thursday, and then I had a flight which was fun. It was at the Hollywood Improv. Todd watched this whole set. I watched some of it. When I get off stage, it's like, it sucks when you open for someone that you admire because I have to like walk it off after I perform. So I didn't get to see the whole set. But Tim was there, and who else was there? Oh, Mike Vecchione. It was fun. It was a good time. And then I got up at 6 a.m, or I left at 6 a.m, got up at 4 to fly to Alaska to Anchorage. And it was so fun. I got there at 12:30. I slept on the plane. The second leg of my plane, I was next to this guy who is a Native American who lives in Alaska. And he was like, "Oh, you're a comedian. I book comedians for the tribal show every year." And I went, "Yeah, I don't know if I'm like the one." And he's like, "No, I think you would be great." And I go, "Yeah, I don't know." He was like, "Yeah, we usually have native comics." So he's like, all these like native comedians that go up and do like inside native jokes.
And you
and
didn't
stuff.
go,
Bo, we do not make, the Native Americans, they got, come on. And you look like one kind of. If Todd had long straight hair, if Todd had my hair and it was black.
I would have did the White Lotus theme song, though.
That's not a Native American diss. That's the White Lotus. I would not do that. So I definitely won't be doing that gig now. But he was like so sweet. And I kept trying to explain to him, like, I'm not for you. I'm not for you. But he emailed me. I said, check it out. Let me know. He goes, I'll run it by some people. I go, okay.
Let's just say Annie's people were the ones that were in Killers of the Flower Moon. You ever watch that movie? Let's just say she was one of the killers of those flower moons.
I was the flower.
Who was the moon?
You're the moon. Your big old
My mom
round
always
head.
does call me the moon for some reason.
Because your head is round and you look like shit. And you got craters in it. You got acne, your face is round, you look like shit. We only look at you at night. I don't know if I like
the White Lotus theme song, because they changed it now. Because I wonder if the natives were like, please change this.
I do very much appreciate the native community, having been in Santa Fe for so long. They got really fucked over in Santa Fe. It was crazy. The Spanish fucked them up.
The Spanish did?
Yeah, they used to cut the left legs off of the boys so they couldn't.
The Spanish or like the Mexicans?
The Spanish.
Mexicans are basically Native Americans, right?
I think it's a mix. I think it's from there. I don't know. I don't know that much. All I know is little things. It is crazy. It's like I only know like just a little about things. And if I'm pressed on anything I know, I crumble.
Yeah. I only know.
I gotta pee. And then I go to ChatGPT. I do the deep research. I go, I need some deep research. It takes 45 minutes. I go, oh, sorry, it's still deep research. I go, I have diarrhea.
Yeah, all I know is that some people married some Indians and then they killed them to take their land, something like that.
We watched one movie, okay?
It was a long movie.
It was a lot. It felt like 3 movies, to be honest.
Todd, Mexicans have diverse ancestry, but primarily stem from a mix of indigenous Mesoamerican populations like the Aztecs and the Mayans, and then some Spanish colonists, and then some other African ancestry as well.
What if he just knew that? What if Michael just knew that and wasn't reading it?
That'd be pretty cool. There's some stuff like that. If you ask the right question, I could shine.
But people don't you think people like that are like burdened by all the things they know?
Yeah, like Greg Giraldo. You don't last long if you have that much in your head.
Is that how he was? Did he know facts?
He graduated from like Harvard in 3 years. Like
Did he?
was
I didn't know that.
He was like, that was like what offed
And he
him
picked this life.
when you know that much about the world, you're miserable if you can see everything more than everyone else can.
That's what they say in The Watchmen. When you realize everything in life is a joke, the only thing that makes sense is to become the comedian.
So one person said that in The Watchmen? You thought you had pockets? Why'd you just try to put your hands in pockets?
No, it's my back. My back is killing me. God damn.
He won't take Tylenol. He's like, that's for headaches. I'm like, it's for pain. They're painkillers.
Like you have to
How
poop.
does this look natural?
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, that's good.
It's natural.
I like Todd like this.
Oh my God.
We're always in trouble when he's the one injured. It really is not good because nothing will get done.
Yeah.
But I want you to rest up. I don't want you to pop your penis. Is that what a hernia is?
No, I think it's like when your organ on the inside, like a intestine,
Pops outside.
sucks up something. I don't know, something weird. There's like a bone in your femur that
I'll put a bone in your
I
femur.
don't know, or not your femur, your pelvis or whatever.
It's a hernia happens when part of an organ protrudes through your muscle wall, usually in your abdomen or groin.
Yeah.
Does it have lower back pain associated to it?
Symptoms. Abdominal discomfort, abdominal distension, groin discomfort, or tenderness.
Nope. But it could have been both. You could have hurt your back and gotten a hernia.
Pain areas, abdomen, pelvis, or testicle.
No, I feel like it would hurt a lot more if I had a hernia.
When you got your hernia before, do you remember how it felt?
No, I was like a kid.
How little were you? What the hell's going on
Maybe
with your
7,
family that you're lifting
8.
shit at 7 years old? That is
was
your
strong.
family. Your dad's like, get on the roof, Todd. You got to make a living in this town. Oh
Ooh.
my God.
Oh.
When I was 7, I was eating, you know what I was picking up? Popcorn.
Off the floor?
No, I always had a bucket of pop. I always figured out a way to have a bucket of popcorn.
Oh, she's so good.
We watched Nora. Speaking of popcorn, we watched Nora, and there's a scene where this was devastating. Someone took a bat to a popcorn machine. I was saying if I worked at that place and someone took a bat to the popcorn machine, I would still be eating the popcorn out of the glass shards. I don't give a You don't waste my popcorn.
Yeah, we watched Anora, and I watched it with my Anoia.
And I ignored him.
What'd you think? Was it best movie of the year material?
I mean, we're stretching.
What do you
What
think
else
was
did
the
we
best?
watch? What else happened this year? What else was nominated?
I think it was like
It was a funny movie. I liked it.
it was really funny.
The Pope's one?
Oh yeah, the
I'm
conclave.
never gonna. I just can't.
I
Didn't
think
we try
we
watching
tried
it?
for
It's
2
like,
minutes,
come on. It's
and we
like,
went,
guys, what the
hell's
hell is
this?
this?
I could not care any less.
I'm like,
About a pope.
I'd literally rather move to Israel than watch this movie currently. What other movies?
I think Dune 2
No way.
was nominated.
Really?
Why, you liked it?
I don't know. I don't think sequels should be allowed to be.
Why?
Nominated. It needs to be original.
What if it was
And I don't want
Terrifier 3?
remakes. Oh my God. Imagine Terrifier 3 1. Imagine how I'd milk that. I'd try to be on stage. I'd be like, let me be on stage. I'd have to
Let's
wear
see.
a dress like Bob the Drag Queen wore on the reunion of Traitors. Blood. The blood on it.
A Complete Unknown.
What the hell is that?
Oh, of course, in our favorite
A
movie.
Complete Unknown. Oh, with what's his name?
Bob Dill.
Come on.
And of course, our favorite movie, Emilia Paredes. Ríbase aquí.
Penis to vagina. That was such an epic moment.
Wicked.
Wicked. Okay, Anora is definitely the winner.
The Brutalist. The Substance.
Substance was
Was
good,
Substance better than Anora, you
Substance was good, but there was something I wanted more from Substance.
think? It needed more substance.
I did need a little more substance. There was something like missing from it for me. It was so good. Maybe it was the colors they were doing. It was tricking me too much. I didn't like that. But I did like that apartment was really cool. They had
Oh my
in
God.
Hollywood. We looked at, oh my God, you guys,
my
we looked
God.
at apartments. It's dark out there. Let me just tell you, it's dark. There was an apartment we looked at that was in a Ramada Inn. It was like the Ramada Inn also owned an apartment complex. So literally like bellhop from Ramada Inn came over. What was his name? Igor or something?
Yeah, something like Hugo.
Hugo came over and he's like, I know nothing. Ask no questions. We're like, oh, okay.
He was like, I'm going to show you 3 houses. He was like Nastafari.
Houses.
He's like, we're going
Nastafari
to
could have
look
lived in
for
that fucking apartment building.
3 houses.
The first building we walk into is so disgusting. Or the first room, it's so gross. The carpets looked like the carpets looked like the carpets from Substance.
Well, we walk into the to the apartment. There's a round table with like 6 different chairs, not even like the same chairs, just 6 different chairs sitting around. And I go to the guy, I go, "What does someone have poker night here?"
He goes, "Ask no questions."
He goes, "Yes, poker night was here."
That's not what he said.
And I went, "Oh, okay."
He said, "I don't know." He was just trying to pretend he wasn't there. I was like, "You were definitely here."
He said, "When the clock strikes 12,
but it was like
they all come out."
The apartment was pretty expensive for how gross it smelled. Todd's like, "We could get the smell out." I'm like,
It
"Of
was
the
big.
carpets from the 70s."
It was a big apartment, though.
It was not that big.
It was pretty big.
It was not that big.
For a 2-bedroom, it was pretty big.
It's more expensive than what we're going to pay for our place. That's in a way better location and maybe not as big, but not that much smaller.
Yeah.
But it was like so gross. And Todd, this is where the generation differences show up. Todd's like, I feel like that place was haunted. It's awesome. We should take it. I'm like, I'm over like dusty smell and
Listen,
I want new fixtures. Okay. I don't want like a sink that came with the building in 1910.
listen, I'm like a vampire. Okay.
Todd, you're not a
I'm
vampire.
like a vampire.
You're just 30. You're
I
just
could come
30.
out and I could go, okay, I like this. I like this.
It was so gross. And thinking you get the smell out of the carpet that's been there for decades.
Just spray a little Febreze on it.
Oh my God. It's every day.
Oh, Febreze and Windex. Like some sage.
I told you how Mike Racine, when I lived with him, used to spray Febreze on my pussy. He'd come into the room and go, shh, shh. Funniest thing in the world.
Oh my God. It's a sexual assault.
It was so funny. No, it was before assaults were a thing. And before they stopped being a thing. Can you imagine? Imagine I like some guy grabbed my butt at a meet and greet recently. Imagine I like took that on and made a thing out of it now. It would be like, send her to prison. I'd be in jail.
Well, maybe you should.
I just told his girlfriend, I go, your boyfriend's gross. Don't grab my butt.
Don't grab it. I'll tell you what, if you grab it.
If Todd's there, you're going to get karate chopped unless his back hurts.
Yeah.
Unless my back hurts and then I'm just shooting
and you know the only way to take out Todd is a box full of pounds and pounds of wet clay. So if you're willing to come, that's so funny. Like if you were in Mortal Kombat, that would be like the thing that takes you out.
Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat.
What you said, mortal.
Mortal. No, I was like, did I say Mortal Kombat wrong? Oh my God. What else did we watch?
We watched just a lot of murdering.
We watched some murders.
Just a lot of bad things happening to good people.
Oh my God, the old people one. Oh,
we watched the pillowcase murders. You guys
Not
don't want to know
good.
what happens in the pillowcase murder. Sounds cute.
But you
That's
know
why
what?
we watched it.
Todd's like, oh, this one's cute. There's a bunch of old people, and it's just like
it was a guy that going to like these retirement homes, just smothering old people with pillowcases
and stealing like their jewelry. Like, who cares? Like they would just give you their jewelry.
He'd make like $2,000 off of like each murder.
It's so sad. It's just like,
and it was like this guy from Kenya.
You just go through your whole life. You do all this stuff. You find a cute little retirement home. You get girlfriends. You play bridge. All of you start popping off.
And they caught the guy. He's from Kenya, and he's like, "I did not do this. I don't know why you are coming to me asking me these questions."
They're like, "We keep catching you in the buildings where it's happening." He's like, "I don't know."
He said, that is not right."
Oh.
He was dressing up as the maintenance workers, knocking on their doors. He was like,
with gloves on. He'd knock on the door and be like, there's a leak. You're just this elderly person. Like, this is the scariest thing in the world, but you don't want to be racist or anything. You don't want to accuse someone of something they're not doing. I remember the one lady was like, I shouldn't have let him in. I knew he
I
didn't
know
belong
it.
there.
My husband always told me not to trust those Kenyans.
But the Gift of Fear, that book, did you know the book, The Gift of Fear? It's written by a police officer. It's all about like how you override your instincts because you don't want to seem bad.
Politically incorrect.
Well, it's like, like you'll let someone in that you don't, because you don't want to, by not letting them in the building, you're already accusing them of something. And then you see all the things where it is fucked up, where it's like a woman being like, let me see your keys. Show me your lease. It's like a black guy that's like, what? I live here.
You're like, what are you doing?
This is my house. And she's like, show it to me. And he's like, I don't have to show it to you. There's two ends to that coin. You don't want to be either one of them.
You were
But it's
watching a
sad.
murder, and a guy named Bob Lee got murdered. It was so sad.
Bob Lee. He was a whitey, not an Asian.
She's back. She's back in it hard.
Sometimes it's just satisfying.
It is. It's a good story to fall asleep to.
I've been off my spiritual shit, though. I got to get back on my spirituality. I got to get back my connection with my guides.
Oh my God, her guys. Connection with her guys. She doesn't have
my
guides.
guides are
She's got
guys.
guys in her head.
Well, don't forget when I bang Zeus.
Zeus.
Don't
Throwback, guys. That was probably
forget.
episode like 10 or 12 or something.
That's when I was spiritual. I was going on retreats.
Well, that's because you needed to be spiritual to shit you were going through.
Well, it's true, but I also had the money because I was going through some shit and I was putting up with some shit because I had the money to do some spiritual shit. Now I'm like, oh, spirituality is really, that's a rich girl's game. That is a rich girl's game. I don't got extra thousands of dollars to go do stuff.
Because they target you. They
Well,
target
it's just
the
when
rich.
you're a white woman and you hit a certain age and got a little extra cash.
And it's always like that mid upper 30s age.
Yeah.
That's when they get you.
Eat, pray, love. Well,
They
you're
go-
trying to find yourself. You're like, who am I? What
They
am I
go,
supposed to do?
okay, she's turning 40. You know, she's got some things running through her head. This is a perfect time to
I like spirituality.
get all
though.
your money.
I like spirituality. And then guys, if you're smart, you get into spirituality. If you're single, if you're going through a divorce or something, get into spirituality. And then you can just like, you're going to have like tantric sex with these bitches.
Well, what bitches?
The spiritual bitches.
Oh, the
Todd
guys are
always like, if
telling
I
guys?
watch something where it's like a younger guy talking about spirituality, Todd's like, is this who you want me to be? I'm like, absolutely not.
She puts on just like some dude with like a man bun and he's
It's
like,
not on purpose.
you gotta like feel like your inner self.
It's just the algorithm just shoots something at me. And then I have this little part of me that goes, was I meant to see this video? I have to watch it. Did I come across it? And sometimes I go, you found this video for a reason. I'm like, did I? Or they'll be like, there's
Yeah,
a
they
new
do
moon.
say that.
I'm like, there's a new moon. I'm like, isn't there a new moon every day?
They go, God.
I got
the
fatigued. I think
algorithm.
I did too much spiritual stuff. And then also I got out of my stressful situation that was making me really need to try to, I was like, I can't fix the situation. It's got to be my fault. So I'll just keep going to all these things and trying to change yourself. And then you just realize, you know what you got to do? Cut bitches out.
Cut
Cut
people
toxic
off.
people out. Don't try to fix them.
You heard what Gabby said?
What'd you say?
She said,
Do it in Gabby voice.
she said, I'm quick to cut someone off and I love to scissor.
Everything Gabby says is good, but I need you to be the one doing it in her voice.
She's
Do another
blown up.
Gabby. Wait, will you? Can we like improv in your Gabby?
I'm Gabby, you're Robbie.
But I have to ask her. Okay. What are we talking about? What's the topic? Mike, give us a suggestion.
Oh, what's the one everyone keeps playing?
Vaccinating your kid.
What are we gonna say? Poke them in a needle in my kid's arm? I'm poking my kid with a needle. What am I stabbing my kid?
What am I, Freddy Krueger?
I'm Freddy Krueger over here stabbing my kid.
That's perfect.
And then I go, Robbie, we have to get him vaccinated.
I'm sick. No, she'd be like, okay, Gab.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
You're right, Gab. You're right. You're right, Gab. You're right. What am I vaccinating my kids? You think there's something wrong with them?
Would you vaccinate your kids?
Vaccinate my kids?
No.
What are you asking? A divisive question that's going to make people unfollow me.
What are we going to change their
I'm
DNA?
gonna here's what I'm going to do, guys. The obvious thing. Do you know which one that is? I'm going to do what's obvious. The obvious answer. Do you guys know what that is? The real ones know.
That means you're going to vaccinate them and say that you didn't vaccinate them.
I'm not a grifter. Or am I? Can you do an RFK impression?
Well, I was walking to the store and I found on the shrink there was a worm in my
No, you want to know
hand.
why you're not doing a good one? Because it's almost like the wind gets knocked out of him mid-sentence. Like there's just absence of sound in the middle. And I think that's almost impossible to do.
You do it.
He'll be like, like that.
Oh, mine was better than that.
It was better. It was better, but I'm trying to show like a thing that happens. I will say it's tough. It's tough.
What?
It's tough to hear.
And it hurts to do.
It's tough and it hurts to do. That's what I was going to say. Everyone that does RFK impression becomes RFK for a little bit afterwards. Yeah.
Can you do it, Mike? Let's hear Mike's RFK.
I tried to read the text, but there was a bomb in the book.
His was the best one.
Because you couldn't hear it at all.
Hey, you could. No, but nobody that listens is going to think that was good.
Randy's licking your wrist.
Yeah, Randy,
He's
what
being
is it
so
about
gay.
me, dude?
Also, what's on your shirt, Michael?
Where?
You have an American Girl doll on your shirt? That's hilarious.
Thank
What does
you.
it say?
It's a Samantha shirt.
Okay, so you know the shirts. How do you even describe those shirts?
They're
The
kind of
shirts
like,
where it's like people's face and then there's like a neon-ish.
It's like a 90s like rap shirt.
Yeah, and it's just the Samantha American dolls.
They are spooky, right? Did you have any of those?
They're a
That's
little spooky.
great.
Weird as
No,
fuck.
but I told you my traumatizing story when the author of Addie, which was the Black American Girl doll, came to speak at my school. And we all went into the meeting house. It was a Quaker school. The whole school was there. And my cousin had just sent me from Phoenix, had just sent me a Phoenix Suns hat. And, I wanted to be a boy to impress my mom. So I had my hair, I would put my hair in the little hole in the back. So I had my Phoenix Suns hat on. And she said, does anyone have any questions?
What the hell you doing, girl? What did she say?
She said, does anyone have any questions? So of course I had a, question. I was like, going to say something. And she goes, yes, young man, in front of the whole school. And I still had to stand up and ask my question, which was probably like, what did it feel to be the first like African-American girl doll author? Like
And
my
she
little
went, oh my God.
But afterwards I went up to her. I took my hat off. Afterwards I went up and I swung my hair around. She said, oh.
And she went, oh my God. She was where the sound effect came from.
I don't know. The riddle has made me feel very smart, though. I will say, guys, go online, solve some riddles.
Solve some riddles. Solve some TED Talk riddles.
Were you impressed by my riddle solving?
Oh,
I mean, we
she's
did it
so
all
good.
together, but I was the one with the pen.
She was
So
the
I got the
one
credit.
leading the charge.
Yeah, she was the president. And here's the thing: we should try one of those ones next week. That's like those like there's a wolf and like you have to carry one to the other side. You got to get everybody to the other side. But if you leave the wolf with the chicken, he'll eat the chicken. You know those ones?
No, but you know what you just reminded me of? Did you ever do
go
like
ahead.
the ropes course things? Did you ever do that at
Yeah.
summer camp or with your school?
Yeah, we had that. In
I
our
know what you're
school.
referring to. But I
And
don't
you
think
all
I
have
did.
to get on. You have like one thing, like one board, and you all have to get over onto this one
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, I want to do
What did
team
we
building.
call
It
stuff.
was
that?
fun. The team building was team building.
We called it something else, like Camp Adventure or something.
God damn, that show was fun. I love team building.
Yeah, you were like barely in it. Like Todd, was that a lot of the shit that my sister did was like the program was canceled 4 years later by the time I was
Because
there.
someone got like stepped on a
Or someone
nail
fell
or
off of a
something.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know. It's
also
like
the
I got the
trust falls,
whitewash.
like there was always someone that didn't get caught.
Cut to the center. Look what I'm dealing with. This
Dude,
piece of
he's
shit.
it's because of the
Randy.
It's
Randy,
because of the
get outta
riddle.
here.
It's because of the pre-riddle. He's feeling like double length of time without. It's like, why is nobody fucking paying attention?
I do love riddles. I think I would be good at puzzles on Survivor. But I'm also, I get freaked out under pressure. And if people were like saying things to me, I would like get distracted. I have to like
Is there
zone in. Do you have that with
screaming at
ADD where like if someone talks to you while you're trying to do something?
completely, and I get mad, and it's like
I
not
know,
even
and you
fair.
feel so bad. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'm sorry. I just literally am locked in right now.
Yeah, I have a recent one. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I know ADD is really shameful.
Yeah, she'll like come in while I'm playing video games, and I'm like,
I know, and you're just doing a shitty, stupid thing. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
not even like you're doing something good.
and now I'm mad at her because she's telling me a story while I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. It's
Well,
like,
I
what
had
the
to
fuck?
get. I hope you're listening to Shocker Attack. I had to get my manager to start doing my posts because I would, if Todd talked to me while I was trying to write a caption, I would yell at him as though he had like run Randy over.
I can relate to that exact. It's like, let me just get this posted and then we
I
can talk about
know.
it.
It's like you just can't. It's like you can't have something like hit you on the side of the head at the time you're looking this way.
See, for me, I know how to ignore.
You do. Maybe that's what it is. That we can't shut things out. Like I can't. When people are like, "Do you care about like heckling and stuff?" Or people like, "Do you do crowd work?" I'm like, I couldn't not do crowd. I wouldn't know how. Do you know how many things clink and fall during a show? It's like I can't
But
not
what's
address
so
it.
weird is you are good. You do blank stuff out. Like when Randy's crying at you all day and you're just laying in bed, that doesn't bother you, but it
So
bothers
rude.
the fuck out of me.
What a rude example.
I'm just saying.
What a rude.
What
What a rude.
when you're laying in bed.
What a dig. What a dig.
I'm just saying.
What
Isn't
a
that
rude.
true?
No.
though?
I go, Randy, go to daddy. And then you go to mommy. And we just send him back and forth with his whine
But
until one of us is like, we're
you
taking him
can
out.
handle him just like whining way longer than I can.
I don't think that's true. I think I'm just in that moment going like, in my head, I'm going, do I take him out? Do I feed him? Do I lift his body up, take him into your room, put him in your room, close the door? Sometimes I can put him like under the covers and he'll just submit and he'll stop crying.
But
or
you do.
I usually just do the thing. It just takes him crying for like a couple minutes.
I know, and you could blank that out.
No, it's annoying.
I've seen you do that with other things though. Like you could blank things out.
But you know what I think it might be? He's doing the same cry. Like if you're coming to me with a new thought, he's coming to me with a cry. Like you're coming to me with like a new project that my brain needs to focus on.
Right.
Like when he's coming to me, it's like it's pee, poop, or food.
Right.
Very rarely water. It's very weird how little Randy drinks water.
No, sometimes it is water. We go, oh shit, he just needed water.
Sometimes we're like, we didn't even know you drank water. I thought you were like this miracle dog that doesn't need water. But yeah, no, I think it's because it's just the same thing. Do you know what I mean, Mike?
Yeah.
Like if Todd comes in, he's like, what are we going to eat? Or what are we going to, there's like a new thing I need to think about.
And you're saying that you do
that makes me upset if I'm trying to.
But she could be doing something and the dog could just be whining and crying and she could blank that out.
Yeah, what do I ignore
More
like
than
that?
us.
You know what? Sometimes I don't think I think I'm so one track. Like I can't think and listen to music at the same time. Like when people do like math homework with earpods in, like growing up, I'm like, how in the
help me.
fuck?
Music helps me a lot.
Music does not help me.
Yeah,
you
music
hear the lyrics.
without lyrics, I can do like
without
some
lyrics. Is fine, yeah,
like the chill beats type of shit.
But that's because I don't play music. Do you play music? If I played music, I wouldn't be able to listen to instrumentals. I don't know what instruments are being used ever. I don't know what a guitar sounds like. It's not that I hate music. It's I don't.
She hates music.
She hates it.
I don't know how to do it, so it's boring to me in a way.
I love that stand-up's answer. Like, what kind of music do you listen to? Is like, I don't really listen to music. I don't love it.
No, stand-up and I have a few things in common, and one of them is because I was talking to myself. I was like, I hate going to concerts. Like, me too. And at the same time, we're like, because you can't talk.
Yeah.
It is just like I told Todd, like sometimes I'm at concerts and I'm just like watching people. Did we talk about this last episode?
I don't know.
I remember saying this to someone recently. Yeah, I'll just watch people watch a concert.
Yeah. I like to look at people for a long time.
I'd rather look at the people. I'm more interested in like people, like I'm more interested in interpersonal relationships than I am into like watching a thing.
Yeah, and I like anybody I look at, I do that like into their whole world. Like I got a whole backstory for them, and I'm paying attention to people's emotions, and like I don't know.
I like to read people, and
No, when I go to a concert, I either get super high or super drunk, and it's great.
And then he drives his sober girlfriend home.
I get in the car and I go wah, 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 after your ears are all blown out from the music.
I don't like it.
No, one time I was at a concert. And this guy, it was a Tame Impala concert.
Wait, can you blur this so I can show this?
What?
And just show.
What do you mean blur it?
Just like, we got matching his and hers.
Why blur it?
I don't know. Does it demonetize us if there's a vape?
Todd, your face.
Oh my God.
Sing it.
What?
Sing, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's my life all day. Like, I've never heard him say, oh my God, normal like that before.
That's so good.
But no, I was at a concert, a Tame Impala concert at the Electric Factory in Philadelphia.
Oh, Electric Factory is
It's
fun.
the best. And then me and my friend Mikey, we stayed at South Carolina. We took acid and we were in the crowd and we were smoking. And this guy's like, hey man, you want to hit this? And we were like,
I
sure.
can hear Randy humping. I'm listening to you, but I can just hear like.
And we went, sure. And then we hit it and we were like, whoa, that got us really high. And then we looked over at the guy and he was like, he was like literally nodding out. And I just looked at Mike. I was like, dude, look at him. I was like, that's going to be us in like 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes, we were both
What,
like,
did you smoke what?
so scared. I think there was like opium in it. Like it felt like we were like.
By the way, opium, we just smoked that at lunch.
I know.
I'm like, where was opium?
It felt like I was fucking
I'm like,
nodding
opium?
off.
Why are we smoking this?
It was, that was the highest I've ever been in my life.
Whoa, how long
Did
did
you
that
smoke
last?
what?
I don't know what it was. I just remember I was
Did you
watching
ever,
the
though?
concert. Not on purpose, no.
We got it.
No.
Would come in this little pink envelope. They go, what do you want? Wet? Weed? Or wet. And they go, on Luzerne. And they'd send us down and we get this. So crazy. It's just children.
Yeah.
It's like little white girls. Like,
No, I got so high, I started getting those thoughts. You know those thoughts you get when you're too high where you're like, am I going to be like this forever?
Yeah.
Like those thoughts.
That
started
doesn't happen to me
creeping in.
on weed. It only happened to me on acid.
That's what I
once.
was, where we're on
Oh,
acid
you're on
and
acid.
whatever. And I was like, am I going to be like this forever? And I remember the thought that I had that was really fucking me up was I was watching the concert and I was like, these people have like my sanity in their hands. Like if they like fuck up this concert somehow, I feel like I'd lose my mind and like go
Or there was like
crazy.
someone trampled someone. Like if there was like
I will
a
go crazy
riot.
and I will lose my mind forever if they fuck up like any part of the song, like the guy playing guitar. And I was just like,
Did you see
it
the
was
St.
bad.
Patty's Day thing that where the roof fell at the party?
Oh god.
no, put it on.
It's crazy. A few people were seriously injured, and then other people weren't. So I think we can tease her up a little bit here. Look at my
St.
girl
Patty's Day.
Amy Fisher.
She's your girl?
But Drew Barrymore played her in the movie. I was like obsessed. I think I was just drawing Drew Barrymore.
This one a day ago?
Yeah.
Fired in there.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
One moment, fun. The next, chaos.
Oh my God.
Ben Dorish was hit in the head. There's like
In the head.
And the whole thing fell right.
There's like something
Where
on the
was
roof.
this?
The second it happened, everyone went and lifted it up, allowing people stuck underneath to get out.
Oh
The
my
range-
God.
Injuries range from concussions to leg injuries.
That's Annie.
Oh,
whoa.
That's
I would be in a neck brace.
Yeah.
I would be in a neck
Pause it,
brace.
can you pause it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wait, is there a way to go back?
Yeah.
We got to see those girls. that were
These
just
are
talking.
definitely me, by the way. I would for sure be on the balcony.
Hey, look at these.
I would be under the balcony though. I would have been on the top. These look like me.
This is Jersey Shore. Where
These
was
are
this?
this has to be Philly, right?
Philly or Jersey Shore? or
ABC7
something.
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay. Isn't it freezing cold in Chicago right now?
You would think.
They're drunk sluts. It's like none of us wore jackets. None of us had jackets. Where were we
This
gonna
is
put
the
our
one we were
jacket?
talking about, though.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
I was just like, it's so like crazy when something nuts happens when you're drunk. And you're just like, you just don't have your facilities. Like you're just like, oh
You're like,
shit.
all right, what can I do? What can I do?
And you're just drunk and hurt. Oh, I was always hurt when I was drunk. I would get so wasted and always be bleeding.
and you don't know how bad you're hurt. You're like, does this hurt?
I think it's
more
bad.
than it
And then
is?
you always call your parents who aren't there. I would always get up and call my parents all hurt. And they're like, oh my God.
I never
They're
call my
like
parents.
so far away.
I never call my parents.
They're just like, what do we do?
I never called my parents, but like same with the
Yes,
swearing
you do.
house.
You called your parents with us when you were too high.
That's-
You called your fucking mommy.
Listen.
You
that's-
called your mommy at 30 years old.
Listen, that was she couldn't save me then. I don't know why I was calling her. No, but I'm saying when
No,
we
but
were.
I'm just saying you have the instinct to call your mom.
You're totally right. But growing up, it was
Making
never. It was
your
never.
girlfriend order you food too was genius.
Yeah.
Having her Postmates you food is
And
genius.
she made it so it got right. Like usually, have to go down to the lobby. They
That's
knocked right on my
genius.
door.
That's genius.
They knocked right on the
That's
door.
Genius.
She's a real
No, but
one.
my friends
That's
would call my
genius.
parents. Like my parents were the ones that my friends would call. Like they would be in less trouble with my family. So like my mom has called me at like 2 a.m. Like, where are you at? Like we're out drinking. She's like, where are you at? I just picked up Kyle from a DUI from the holding cell. Where do I bring him? I'm like, bring him to this party, I guess. Like,
Well, you know what? This was the worst. I became friends with my doctor's son. And then he
Oh
would just
my God.
tell his dad, like, yeah, I'm going to Annie's for a party. I'm like, Dr. Halbert knows my family. Like, so then he would like call the house and I'd be like, Ari.
Idiot.
I actually love Ari. I haven't seen Ari in a while. He's a yogi.
Idiot.
And my doctor passed away and he was the best doctor ever. And every time I see
R.I.P.
Ari, I'm like, your dad was really a king. But Ari.
You had a doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Halbert.
You didn't just have like a random like
No, he was the best.
pediatric
He was the
doctor?
best. He was the best.
I had a pediatrician until I was 20 years old.
But Ari is a sweet soul. You'll meet Ari. Ari's one of my friends that I kept, but I haven't seen him in a couple of years.
Okay.
Do you like that I have a friend that's a guy?
All your friends are guys.
Oh, these bitches. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. All I've sought my whole life is female friendships. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Bitches
I
is
always
hoes.
wanted like a female friendship too. Never got any.
You did?
Yeah. Because I never had a sister and I always like was kind of jealous of people that had sisters for some
Now you
reason.
have me.
Now I have you.
I'm like a hot sister.
We role play. People do that now.
What do you want to role play with me? For real.
I'm
RFK.
Gabby, you're Robbie. We're doing that in the
You do
bedroom.
look like Gabby. Does Todd not look like Gabby Wendy? Gabby's
we
devastated by
scissor.
this news, though. Oh my God, we'll scissor? Oh, that'll hurt your ball. All scissoring is for a guy is just your balls getting hurt.
Oh yeah.
Just my pussy hurting your balls. It's just me jamming into your balls. I would do it in between too. Like you'd have to, it would be in between like the part where your penis and your balls meet.
Right.
You've never scissored?
Scissored? What are you talking about? Well, I would always try to get my lesbian friends to be like, tell me what, I was like, what do you guys actually do? And they're like, they wouldn't tell me because they were always like, I'll show you.
Of course.
That was their move. Lesbians is sneaky.
And it's always just a dildo.
It's not always a dildo.
Like
They
a strap-on
scissor.
dildo.
And they ride each other's knees.
Knees?
Yeah. I used to like making guys come in their pants. I always thought that was funny. Drying up them.
Ew.
Send them home with some
Ew.
funny.
And they would?
Yes, they would.
That's cacas.
It's cute. It's like middle school shit.
I don't like that middle school shit. For real.
Now, I hope not. I hope when you were in middle school, you liked it. No, you always liked older girls. You were looking for
I always did.
penetration. He was
I
trying to get that
always do.
penetration.
It's weird. There's
How
a
old
part
are
of me that's still when a female teacher gets caught banging their students, there's a part of me that's always like, God, that
Could've
lucky
been you.
guy.
I know, because you would have been, you were like into your teacher. You probably had the hots for your teacher. Did you?
There was a few.
Did you like when they like yelled at you?
I didn't get yelled at.
You like getting yelled at?
I was always like bad, but I never got caught. You know what I mean? The
Why are you
never
acting
knew.
like hotter? His face is like
The
hotter.
teachers never knew. Like when I won class comedian in my class, all my teachers were like, "What?
Yeah,
You won class
Trash
comedian?"
Tuesday Reddit. This is class comedian voted by his whole school. And New Jersey people are up, so they're funny. There was a lot of competition, and his friends are
Uh-huh.
hilarious. When he's on, it's the funniest shit. I would tell him to like let you guys
Oh, you can't hear that.
hear it, but his friends
Because
are
the
from New
stuff
Jersey.
we say are so twisted and so dark.
No, because he has friends that like to sabotage him, and will just
Hard
be
nips.
very hard nipply. But anyway,
Yeah.
I love my beau, my class comedian. Well, you were being class comedian.
Yeah.
I was being a real comedian because I had already started my full adult career.
Speaking of, one of my teachers just got arrested for harming a student. He's in jail right now. So,
Really?
Give it a clap. Give it a clap. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Mr. Ramsey.
Mr. Ramsey Ramsey'd in.
He Ramsey'd in.
It was a statch, or was the girl said no?
Listen, I have my own theories, but I knew who it was immediately.
Wait, from back in the day, or it was like oh, you knew
It
which
was
teacher it
from
was?
my class.
No.
Yes. I looked at the thing. It said it was from a 2012
And she just brought it up.
I think she got him arrested. Yeah. She's not saying her name, but I know exactly
Guys,
who it
there
is.
will be a Netflix documentary about my experience. I have no articles. There's no articles about it.
Yeah.
When people search my high school, it doesn't come like
They scrubbed
what
it.
I really want is I want every time someone's like, should I send my kid here? Be like, oh wait, maybe not, because there's this scandal. And the fact
Well,
that
you
it's not
got to
there
say
is-
the name of the school. You know, you don't really say it.
What, the Krefeld school?
Yeah.
I've never heard it before at all this time.
I know, because
Scared.
yeah, I know, but what am I scared of?
I don't
Some
know.
loser with dreadlocks?
Some loser.
What a loser that guy is.
Mr. Ramsey was like the cool teacher.
No, he was the cool teacher to some people, but I didn't like. I thought he was a loser. But you want to know what's fucked up? The reason they got me to their house is because his wife. I liked his wife. Was my teacher.
Well, listen to
She
this.
grew me in because I was watching something, one of the Datelines or something I was watching, some bad girl thing I was watching that I shouldn't have been watching. But there was something like that happen, and then the girl was like, oh, it was Amy Smart was interviewing this girl that was kidnapped by her school.
Amy Smart, one of my originals.
Not Amy Smart, the girl who was kidnapped. Not Amy Smart. Who was the girl who was kidnapped? The blonde girl who could have been played by Amy Smart. Is her name Amy Smart too?
Amy Smart 2 is her name.
Yes. The kidnapped girl who got released. They finally found her. Oh my God. Elizabeth Smart. Elizabeth Smart. She was interviewing a girl. That would be funny if you had a crush on Elizabeth Smart, because she was kind of hot.
Elizabeth
she
Smart.
was actually kind of smart. And damaged. Easy to get. But she was interviewing another girl who was like, she had been kidnapped for 10 years by her, like I think it was the custodian or something, but he had groomed her. So they were talking about grooming and stuff. And she was like, yeah, I like the attention. I'm like, I did not like any attention from my teacher. I couldn't stand him. And I always thought he was a piece of shit. That's why when he did, I was like, really, dude? Me? Me, bitch. But his wife groomed me. She got me.
But there's more to this story. So, when I was in high school.
Oh, your story. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you know more to my story?
No.
I was like, what am I missing?
So I was in high school. Mr. Ramsey was dating another teacher. Name was Miss. I'm saying all the names. I don't care.
It's in the paper already.
It's in the paper. But so the theory is, so after I graduated, I think a year after, this is on the wall. Now everyone thought, I think she left a note, and everyone thought
At school?
no, just
That's
in
gangster.
private.
Have your fucking do it in front of your students.
But so everyone thought, because I think she left a note
R.I.P.
saying
R.I.P. R.I.P. R.I.P.
to a real one. I think
not her
everyone
fault.
thought like she did it because she was
probably
like she
found some
couldn't
seep.
pay for
She
like
probably
her,
found some seep on his.
she couldn't pay for her presents. Like she wrote in a note, I think I couldn't pay for like presents for Christmas or something for kids. And so now people are connecting the dots.
Who are people? Is there like a Reddit for your high school?
Yeah, it's called Facebook. It's
Well,
called
I'm
my
locked out of mine.
Facebook.
Mine was stolen by a guy who was doing my clips, and he won't give it back. I love it. I have a business manager, I have an agent and a manager, and no one can get my Facebook back from this guy. I make money off of it. The money just goes to this guy's account. He stole it. He stole a bunch of ours.
He's a criminal.
He is. There's these weird like people that convince people in comedy to give them money, and then our managers, I don't know if they're in cahoots with them. I go, what? How are we not got my thing back? And our Instagram got hacked.
Our Instagram got hacked, guys.
Our welcome to Anniewood has been stolen. If they're selling you Bitcoin,
So if
it's
they're
not
selling you
us.
something, it ain't us.
If it's crypto, it ain't us.
don't
Please do
buy
not
anything.
engage. Do not engage.
Yeah. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this.
This was a
episode.
good one. It was cute. I had so much fun in Alaska. This is what I was going to say. I forgot. I got distracted, but I left Alaska. I left at 6 a.m. on the flight, got in at 12:30, slept for a second. My friend Boobs and his girlfriend drove me around and it was awesome. It was so fun.
His name is Boobs.
What's up? I know he's watching. He's a Stanny. And It was so fun. And his girlfriend Bella, it was like so fun. Went and did the show. It was incredible. Everyone who came out, thank you so much. My girl in the wheelchair, what the is your name? I lost your name. You are so funny. This bitch was hilarious. The comics in the green room were making me laugh so hard. Because I was leaving at midnight. So I was like, let's just get like the highest we've ever been. And it was just so hilarious. It was so fun. I was so impressed and I had such a good time. But my girl in the chair, I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I met like 1,000 people and I was on moments of sleep, but DM me. I want to follow you. You're so funny. But yeah, it was epic and so fun. And then I flew home and then I did Greg's St. Patrick's Day show, which was really cute. His daughter JoJo, Greg Fitzsimmons' daughter, sang with him and played flute and guitar. It was like really cute.
So she had a long weekend, guys.
And I did the Endless Honeymoon podcast, which will be coming out soon. And it was a really long thing, but it was very fun. And I loved Alaska and I want to come back to Anchorage. It was really cool. And guys, come to my shows. Just come. I have so much fun. I'm so honored to perform for you. I'm so like excited to meet you. It's great. It was another situation, but where the people were trying to end the meet and greet. And I was still talking.
Yeah.
They're like, we gotta go. I'm like, oh.
She loves doing it.
I love meeting you guys. I love it. All right. Anyway, guys, you're the best. Look at Randy's penis is out. Can you zoom in on that? Oh, it went back in. When you lifted him, it went back in. Look at that button.
This is his dog.
Can you believe that?
This little thing.
That's so crazy. Randy, that's crazy.
He's just a good boy. Ow!
I wish I hadn't hit that.
He'll still be doing it.
Ow! Ow! Stop! Ow!
He's such a good boy.
There it is.
Randy, kisses. No bite.
Anyone's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anyone's a calling, catch us when we're falling. Turn the volume high, questions soaring to the sky. Anyone's the way, brighter every day. And when you feel alone, hope is being shown in every single word. Our stories will be heard. We're breaking down the walls, yeah, show 'em what they want. Laugh until we fall, we're speaking for us all. And it's undeniable, this force is reliable. Anyone's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anyone's the calling, catch us when we're falling. With every beat, every word, a revolution's heard from the world's every corner. We're getting stronger. Anyone's gonna save the world, yeah. When everything's burning, their voices keep returning, bringing us together, making it all better. Anyone's a calling, catch us when we're falling.
Oh, Randy, how did you feel about today's episode? Was it good? Did you like it? Did you like it outside? Did you like it like a puppuccino? Puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino? Did you like a puppuccino?